an insight timer for your life. I'd love to be able to interact. Welcome. Oh, I need to check my connection. One moment, please. Okay, getting the connection sorted. So it is a strong connection. Hi, Angela. Okay, great. We are hardwired in. If you are not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer to be part of our interactive experience. Hi, Angela. Hi, Mary. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Hi, Liz. Hmm. Welcome, everyone. So happy to see you. Please feel free to say hi. Why don't we share, before we get started, share, mm, let's just share one thing we're grateful for today. Go ahead and share in the chat one thing or person you are grateful for. I'll get us started. One thing I'm grateful for is the light of my soul. I'm grateful. Mary shares Selena and everyone on Insight Timer. Yes, please do share. Let's start our time together today with these thoughts and feelings of gratitude. Hi, Valerie. I was just thinking of you. And Angela shares, my daughter enjoys sharing with me. Much better, love. Thank you. So, again, we're just sharing in the chat something or someone we feel grateful for to begin our time together today. Mm. And I can wait. Mm. Monica shares, my precious dogs. Diane shares, grateful for the warm sun. Haley shares, grateful for my time with my 100-year-old gran. Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you, friends. Thanks for sharing. Please do feel free to keep sharing. We are going to start to move on in our session. For anyone that I'm getting to meet for the first time, my name is Selena. We have these sessions each week. We come together and meditate, we reflect on different topics, and we connect in the space of love and compassion. And that's really what this is. This is a space for us to be compassionate with ourselves, practice compassion toward ourselves, towards others, and to be just as we are. I know so many of us spend our lives feeling like we're always needing to change something. Whether it's changing something about ourselves or changing something about our lives, there's this sense of not just being able to be with what is or accept what is. And that is part of the invitation here, to be just as you are, without feeling that you need to fix or change anything, but just to be. And I know it's very difficult for many of us. That's why it's an invitation. I have many, many recordings here on the app. I have 2 courses. One is called Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life, and the other is called Awaken My Heart, A Guide to Living with Self-Love. And along with these weekly sessions, I also offer a weekly yoga asana session, the physical practice of yoga. And you can find all of this and more on my profile page here on the app. Donations are a gift to me. So if you feel called from your heart to donate, I thank you from my heart. And I believe that is all of the announcements I have. And I see we have a few more shares that came in of gratitude. Valerie shared grateful for the warm weather and sunshine. Hi to Britt. Deborah shared grateful for being present. And hi to Gary. Beautiful. Yes, presence. Presence is the greatest gift. Because when we're fully present, we experience everything as a gift. Liz shares grateful for sunny weather and being able to take a nice walk. Lovely. Yes. I'm going to briefly share a story of an experience that I had, and then we're going to move into a meditation together. Davy, and I'll share one more that just came in and then I'll move forward. Davy sharing grateful for friendship, work that's aligned with my values. Great, Davy. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Just a quick question. If I speak more quietly, like if I whisper, can you still hear me? I don't plan on whispering, but just so that I can gauge the volume today. Okay, great. Thank you, Mary. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate your feedback. So there was a time, almost, let's see, it's about 17 years ago. I was on a course with my beloved teacher, Saima. And there was this moment during the course. I think it was probably like I don't know if they were that short back then. It was probably a minimum of like a 5-day course. And there was this moment where we were chanting together, this devotional singing. And the way that my beloved teacher Saima has always invited us to chant is to really chant fully. Many of us, when we sing in a group or even just speak in a group, we have this feeling of shyness or embarrassment or kind of being quiet. And Saimal would always invite us, just chant fully. It doesn't matter what you sound like. The person next to you is probably worried about what they sound like. So just let it go. Just chant fully, chant loudly from your heart. Just allow this sound to pour through you. And for anyone who's familiar with kirtan or bhajans or just chanting fully from the heart in this way, and it may not be from the yogic traditions, it may be from another tradition on the planet, but you know this experience of the mind dissolving when you chant fully. When we chant fully in this way, there is this opening that occurs in the heart, this embodiment that occurs with the soul. And often the mind will just become quiet. We go from this place of thinking to non-thinking. And there's this beautiful experience of presence and this blossoming of the heart through chanting. So we were chanting during this course with my beloved Saima. And as will often happen, at least for me, when I really chant fully, it's like my heart starts to crack open. Those walls that have been in place around the heart, whether they're old time, long time walls that have been there for a long time, or maybe new walls that have been placed there temporarily because I was feeling tired or because I felt upset by something at a moment, all of those walls start to crumble in that space of love and devotion with my beloved Saima and through the experience of chanting. This short story is turning into a longer story, so thank you for being with me in it. So we're chanting, and I'm chanting fully, and my heart is starting to crack open. You can imagine we're in this small auditorium. It was probably some a small college campus somewhere in the mountains of Colorado, and it's winter time, and we're all in this small room with these little tiers, of like where people would be. How do you say that? Like a tier of seating. So it's not like stairs necessarily, but there are these different levels for the chairs for when the school time was in session. So we're in this small space and the music is playing and I'm chanting fully and with this room of maybe, I don't know, 50 other people. Maybe there are a few more, I'm not sure. And the tears just start streaming down my face. This cracking open is happening in my heart. And I just keep chanting and I'm kind of starting to sob a little bit. And I start to have these thoughts about things that are making me cry even more. But it was also devotion. It was this cracking open and these tears were flooding. But I was also feeling this tremendous devotion and gratitude for my beloved teacher. And also all this sadness was coming up too. So here I am, I'm sobbing, I'm chanting, and I go into this place where I stop being concerned about what other people are thinking. Because as much as I was a rebel and I wanted to act like I didn't care what other people thought, oh my goodness, I so much cared what people thought. I still navigate that one as this personality. But there came this moment where the world around me started to fall away. And I just gave myself fully to this experience of this deep pain that was coming up and this deep cracking open that was occurring in my being. And I have my eyes closed and I'm just lost in some space of letting go and opening and letting go and opening, crying and chanting and crying. And then I feel this hand touch my shoulder and I open my eyes and Saima, who had been sitting at the front of the room, is now standing in the aisle across from me. Some of you have heard me share this before. And the invitation was to come over to where Saima was. And so I kind of stumbled, crawling through people because I was sitting on the floor, tears pouring down my face. And I just fall to the feet of my beloved, just wails of sobbing, my body convulsing while all of this energy was moving. Our tears, the emotions we feel, it's energy moving. And we hold so much of it inside. And so we feel trapped within our own pain. So I was just allowing this. I had no choice. I was just cracking open in the grace of love because that is who my beloved teacher is. That is who I am. That is who you are. Each one of us on this planet is the grace of love. No matter how awful someone seems, no matter how much they're lost in darkness, or you may feel lost in darkness, we are all the essence of love. So in that grace of love, I completely cracked open. And by the time that the body stopped sobbing and I started to become more aware of the room, I was just kind of like this down on the floor for a very long time. I have no idea how long. Just the energies kept moving, and it was more than just the movement of emotion, it was the movement of grace. And when I finally opened my eyes and I kind of sat up, I was still kneeling. I was on my shins, sitting on my heels. And everything I could see was emanating, not glowing. It was emanating light. Everything. Each of the people looking at me, the carpet, the chairs on the stage, the flowers, everything was emanating light. And it wasn't like this thing was emanating and this thing was emanating. everything, everything that I would call an individual object or person, and all of the space in between it, everything I could see was filled with light. It was light. And everything, whether it was the chair on the stage or the person next to me, was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen in my entire life. There are really no words that I can use to express this. Everything that I could see was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. You know how there's a difference between looking at something and having the discerning thought or the judgment, that's beautiful. There's a difference between that experience and looking at something and being absolutely overtaken by its beauty to the point that your whole being, your whole body responds to the beauty. That was the experience that I had. And one very clear defining factor that I think can help us that I can help bring you into this experience with me with is there was not a single judgment in the mind. Nothing. Not a single judgment of anyone or anything. Everything I could see was the most beautiful thing I could ever imagine existing. And that is that state of who we are. That is the state of presence. And this all came from what, who said it? From what Deborah said. Grateful said, I'm grateful for being present. When we are truly present, the mind is absolutely free of judgment, and we are free from the bondage of suffering. It doesn't mean there isn't maybe pain occurring in the experience, but we don't relate to it the same way. It doesn't feel like the pain that we name and try to get away from. And that beauty, that grace, that is within each of us. That experience of presence is an experience of self, the self that resides, the self that is. And you are that self. When we are fully present, everything is the grace of love. The mind is completely different. Our experience of the mind is completely different. Many of you have heard me share this teaching from Ma, and I feel it's a nice way to complete that sharing. Imagine a diamond that is still encased in that lava rock from which it grows. So you imagine this exquisite diamond shining bright, and then it's covered by this dark black gray rock, hard shell. Yes. You are the diamond. You are the diamond. And that shell of that rock around the diamond is not who you are. It's just an experience. And what many of us do is we spend our entire lives focused on the rock that is covering the diamond. We'll call this rock um, our pain, old wounds, trauma, um, old outdated beliefs. We spend our entire lives focused on the rock. Oh, how do I get rid of this pain? How do I get away from this? Why do I feel this way? I shouldn't be this way. This is wrong. I'm supposed to be happy. Oh, my trauma. I just can't ever live a different way. We get so focused on trying to get rid of and heal and change this outer experience when we are the diamond inside. Your being is perfection, not your personality, not my personality. But the being that you are is the grace of love and light itself, presence, source itself. And rather than focusing on this diamond we are, we spend our entire lives focusing on the shell. And part of this is the nature of the mind thinking, well, if I keep focusing on what's wrong, then I'll finally understand it so I can get to what's right. But many of us know that's actually not even the way the mind works. So my invitation is this: in your beautiful, painful, messy journey of humanness and life, as you do dive into your healing, as you dive into understanding how trauma shows up in your body and your mind, or you dive into wanting to heal certain parts of you or learn to feel your emotions fully, as you do this work with the shell, the experiences, also take time every day to only put your attention on the diamond. Meaning, rather than always focusing on what you call wrong with you or what needs to change, focus on I am light. I am light. My source nature is love. Underneath all of this pain, I am a diamond. I am soul. I am source. However you wish to name these aspects or experiences of self, spend time every day also putting your attention on the diamond you are. And if you'd like some support with this, I do have an audio track here on the app, and I think it's called Soul Invocation. Soul Invocation. And it's a nice way just to have something guide you through really welcoming the light of your being. So, this is my invitation. Anyone want to take that on? Spend time every day focusing on the diamond you are. And keep doing your healing journey. Enjoy it. This whole life is to enjoy all of the messiness and all of it. Who would like to take that on, though? In the journey, also to be sure to spend time focusing on the diamond. I say we have one. Yep. Great, Angela. Wonderful. Anyone else feel like taking that on? This is something I do every day. So I'm in it with you. I'm in that grid. Great, Mary. Great. Okay. Great. Look at this. Liz, Angela, beautiful. Kate, all right, my friends. So feel this. We have this energetic support. Hi, Jane. Jane is sharing. I love that reminder, Selena. Recently, I've been feeling like something is wrong. Not sure if it is intuition, but you talking about being the diamond and reminding me of the positive aspects might help me recenter. Yes, my love. And I think so many of us feel that. I even felt that a few days ago. There's just that feeling of something's wrong, or we get caught in this sense that something needs to change. And maybe sometimes there is some wisdom there for us to move a new direction or to awaken ourselves so that we can take better care of ourselves. And there is this seemingly ancient human story that says there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with me. And as long as we're believing that story, we suffer. So, what a compassionate way to be with ourselves differently. Yes, rather than saying, oh, this is wrong, there's something wrong here, I have to change, this isn't good enough, this isn't right, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's so exhausting, isn't it? And so painful to say, okay, I'm having a human experience. This is really challenging right now. Maybe part of me is really in a lot of pain right now, but I can be compassionate toward myself and I can remember that I am, however you want to name it, I am light. I have a beautiful heart. I am always connected to Source. I am Source. I am God. I am Soul. Remind ourselves of that also. Compassion. Great, Liz and Gary. Wonderful. Wonderful. Mm. And I invite you to become aware when the story comes up and says, oh no, something's wrong. I mean, unless you're really in a situation where you've been putting yourself in danger or there's danger in your environment and you really do need to change something, to maybe consider that when that story comes up, that it's a habit of the mind. And rather than rejecting yourself, because that's what we do, we say, oh, there's something wrong here. And then we reject ourselves. I've got to change myself. I've got to do something different. I can't be with this. Ah, it's so uncomfortable and painful. What do I do? Ah, human experience. So what if rather than doing all of that, that we can show up lovingly, compassionately for ourselves. To recognize, if I feel like there's something wrong here, maybe it's also, or maybe it's really just rooted in some part of me feeling pain right now that's trying to get my attention. Maybe part of me is feeling really scared and I just need to go in and tend to that part of me, or part of me feels really angry about something or really sad. And that part of me needs my loving attention. Sometimes that's all it is. Let's do the centering technique. If you can't move your body, I invite you to visualize this. Let's bring the hands together at the heart center. Hi, Anami. Hi, Esme. Relax the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Reach your right arm all the way up and your left hand by your navel. Straighten the upper arm if you can. Exhale slowly to the heart. Inhale the left hand all the way up, right hand down by navel. Open the chest. Exhale really slowly all the way to the heart where the palms touch. One more time on the right side. Inhale the right arm all the way up, left hand by navel. Exhale slowly to the heart. Feel your chest lifting up into your thumbs. Feel your palms and fingers touching. Shoulders relax down. Beautiful. We're going to move into a meditation. This is we've some of you have done versions of this with me before, and it is a visualization meditation to really welcome vitality, well-being, health, vibrancy, youthfulness into our bodies and into our entire beings. Studies have shown that when we visualize part of the body moving, it will actually send messages to the brain as if that part of the body is actually moving. And there are other studies that show that when we have thoughts, especially a strong thought, meaning a thought that is also connected to a strong emotion, or maybe it's thought regularly, that our cells actually respond to our thoughts. How amazing is that? I know some of you are like, yeah, I knew that, but consider it if you've never have. Your thoughts receive a response from your cells. And it may not be the way we think it is, but the cells have biochemical reactions in response to the thoughts we think. So, all of this being said, we can really see there's power in visualization, and there's also power in how we speak to our bodies, how we think. Our cells are responding to our thoughts, and of course, how we're speaking to the body. So we combine these to really enliven a greater sense of health and well being. And today, we're not only going to move through this really powerful healing visualization for the physical body, but also for the energetic aspects of these bodies. We are so much more than the body, the mind, and the emotions. And our bodies are more than what we can see with the naked eye. Yes, I won't go deep into this today, but we have these physical bodies, and then we have subtle bodies. I'll just say this one little thing for anyone who's kind of like, well, what is this nonsense about auras and subtle bodies or energy? I invite you to think about maybe a time in your life when someone walked by you, but they didn't actually touch you, but you felt them walking by you, and you're like, ugh. It was almost like they walked through you, even though they didn't touch you. This is our energetic fields interacting. So we have much more than this physical body that we see. We have these energetic bodies as well. So we're going to address the energetic bodies. And then we also have all of these energetic systems, which we call the subtle anatomy. So we have the chakras, these wheels of energy, or these vortices of energy in the body that are all part of this very complex, beautiful system of how energy moves through the physicality and the space around us in the subtle bodies. We have over 72,000 nadis, or these little energetic channels that move all throughout our being. And the chakras are all aligned with this. It's like this big network of pathways to move energy so that we can be vibrant and vital and healthy and aligned. Yes. And when we feel contracted emotions, or when there are physical ailments in the body, we can consider that it's rooted in the energy somehow not moving freely through these different systems of the body. So today's meditation is not only about using the power of the mind to send messages via the brain to the body, but to also use the power of our thinking and the way we speak to ourselves as a way to elicit a specific kind of reaction from the cells of the body. And then with all of this, we're also moving deeper into the energetic systems so we can have this really profound experience of enlightening our systems. So this is what we are going to move into. I do invite you. Sorry, there's just something kind of floating around here and it keeps tickling me. I invite you Absolutely, Gary. Absolutely, my love. Gary's asking, will this practice help with my inner turmoil? And what I would say is, and this goes for everyone, the more you can be fully present in this experience, or really any experience, the more you will benefit from it. For example, if you participate in this meditation that we're about to do, and you're kind of like on your phone and kind of like looking out over there and daydreaming, and then kind of coming back around, and then maybe you get up and walk around, and then you come back, we're not fully present. And we do this because of discomfort. And meeting the discomfort inside is how we release stress. It's how we develop greater compassion with ourselves. It's how we free up all of that blocked energy so that things can move in harmony again. It's natural for thoughts to come and go. It's natural to feel the urge to want to get up or move around or to be distracted for a moment. All of that is natural. So, my invitation is, one, to commit to not engaging with distractions. So, set your phone or your tablet or your computer aside and commit to yourself, okay, for this duration of this meditation, I'm not going to get on my device. Or maybe you commit to yourself, I'm going to stay seated. Even if I start to feel uncomfortable, I'm going to breathe through that discomfort and do my best to stay present with the experience, because the experience is you. The experience is not something outside of you, it's you. So we practice staying present with ourselves. So that's my invitation. Stay fully in this experience as much as you can. Naturally, your mind will go places. That's okay. Commit to coming back to listening to my voice and following the guidance. Give yourself this gift of really being here, and you will benefit from it. You may experience something profound and light filled, and you may not experience anything at all, but you will still have benefits occurring inside of you, even if you're not having an immediate sensory experience. Mm. Kimberly's sharing newish. Oh, newish to me. Okay, great. Welcome, Kimberly. Welcome. Yes, Sarah, thank you. I was actually meaning to speak on that. Sarah's speaking that it's challenging to practice visualization. No problem. I know for some of us, we try to visualize something, we don't even see a thing in our minds. So just use the power of your thoughts and use your intention, you could say. Even if you can't see it in your mind, no issue, no issue. Just use your intention and use your thinking. Now, for some of us, even if we can visualize, this may seem a little challenging because I'm going to be naming specific parts of the body that you may have never seen before. So, this is really an invitation for everyone, yes, to just be with this experience however you can. And absolutely, if it's too much to have your eyes closed right now for some reason, I invite you just to have your gaze soft, looking downward. Okay, so let us get comfortable. I'm going to move off to the side a little bit here so I can really be up close to the mic, but you're not going to be looking at me anyway, right? So you don't need to see my face directly on. Okay. How's that sound, my friends? Is it coming through nice and clearly for you? I'm nice and close to the mic now. Testing, testing for you. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. Welcome. Welcome into this sacred space with yourself. Feel the crown of the head lifting up toward the sky. So the spine is really tall, chin is slightly tucked. Roll one shoulder up, back, and down, and the other shoulder up, back, and down. Take a slow, deep breath in. Pause and hold the breath for just a moment, and then exhale fully. Inhale, feel your belly filling with breath. Pause and hold for a moment, relax the face, and exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Feel the breath naturally flowing in and out of the body. And with each exhalation, feel this sense of settling inside. Maybe your hips and legs feel heavier. Your belly softens. The throat and the jaw relax. Allow a space between the teeth. Feel how that softens the jaw. Slow, deep breaths in and out. This is a visualization meditation. If you find it difficult to visualize, no issue. You can use the power of your thoughts, the power of your intention to have an experience. And if you don't know what different parts of the body look like when you hear me name them, you can apply this same technique. Use your intention to imagine this part of the body. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine there is this beautiful pillar of light, golden light, from the top of your head that moves all the way up through the clouds into the cosmos. This pillar of light is connected to a source of light, an unending source of light, where you are always receiving light, love, vitality, strength, courage. All of this and more is always available to us through this pillar of light that we are always connected to. Start to imagine or feel that this light is pouring into your brain now, illuminating the pineal gland, the amygdala, the fear center in the brain, illuminated with light. The hippocampus and the whole limbic brain, the emotional brain, is now vibrating with light. This light washes all old samskaras, all old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve, that keep us in an old paradigm of fear. All of this is being washed away in this light. This light of source is enlivened in the center of the brain now, and it begins to move out. It expands through the whole brain, until the whole brain is vibrant with this golden light. And this light continues to pour in through the crown into the brain and move down through the spinal cord. From the spinal cord, this light moves out through the whole nervous system. All of these networks of light in the physical body. From the nervous system, this light begins to pour into the organs, illuminating the heart, lungs, stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder. And again, use your intention to enliven this light in each part of the body named. It can happen in a split second. It can happen in a moment. The small and large intestines filled with light. Bladder, liver illuminated. Kidneys and adrenals. The reproductive organs filled with light. Feel, see, imagine this light completely enlivened in every cell of each organ and gland, pulsating, vibrating with light. Remember, when you visualize something, it sends messages to the brain that activate these parts of the body. And your thoughts, whether they are out loud or silent in your mind, elicit responses from your cells. See this light now traveling through the endocrine system, the immune system, restoring perfect, vibrant health, restoring the original blueprint of perfect health. And this light continues to move through the blood, the red blood cells, the white blood cells, vibrating with this beautiful liquid golden light. It moves all through the bloodstream. This light pours into the skeletal system, the muscles and tissues of the body, vibrant with light. The fascia, these light networks of the fascia all throughout the body. And now we'll move even deeper into the cells, the trillions and trillions of cells in the body, vibrant with light now. Activate. Call upon this light to be active in every cell of the body. Your whole body, down to the cellular level, is vibrating and pulsating with light. And this light moves even deeper into the atoms, into the DNA, the RNA. Activate the quantum DNA in the DNA of the body, remembering this original blueprint of I am quantum. I am oneness consciousness. Take a deep, full breath. Feel this light expanding in the cells, expanding in the whole body. And bring your awareness to the base of the spine, the base of the pelvis, the root chakra. Start to breathe deeply, full deep breaths. And if you wish to engage pranayama here that you are familiar with, please feel free to do so. Feel this light illuminating this vortex of energy in the root, bringing great harmony, feelings, and energies of safety, security. I am, I belong. Continue to breathe deeply as we move up the spine to the navel chakra, just below the navel and back toward the spine. This beautiful energetic center of our connection to each other, our connection to our own sense of self, to pleasure, creativity, sensuality. Breathe deeply, enlivening this chakra with light. And now move up to the solar plexus. Breathe into this chakra, the root chakra, Muladhara, the navel or sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, the solar plexus chakra, Manipura. Breathe deeply into this chakra, activating this will of I am, not the will of force or strain, but the will that is in alignment with Source, where you are an embodiment of the power of life you are. Breathe into this. Then we move up into the heart chakra, Anahata chakra. Breathe fully here. Really activate the heart. Qualities of compassion, kindness, caring, devotion. The beauty of your heart is unending. And this is where the heart of the human and the heart of the divine merge in this one heart for all of the planet. Breathe up into the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra. Open your mouth. Take a few breaths in and out of the mouth here. This center of expression, of truth, of integrity, this embodiment of I am here. This is me expressing my deepest truth, honesty. And we breathe up between the brows, Ajna chakra, this first eye, this inner wisdom and intuition, this manifestation of our experience in this human life on this planet. And then we move up into the crown chakra, Sahasrara, this beautiful, magnificent light in the crown. Use your breath to activate this light even more. Breathe fully, breathe deeply, be really present with yourself here. Feel that there is this light above your head, cascading down. Your crown chakra is open, receptive to this light you are. This light is you. Feel it, see it, know it, expanding in all the chakras of the body now, moving all the way down from the crown to the root. Each chakra is vibrating, pulsating, glowing with this magnificent light, pouring out into all of the body, every system of the body, completely enlivened in this light. This is the original blueprint of perfect health, vibrancy, vitality, love, joy, spirit enlivened in the physicality. And this light grows so much inside of the body that it moves out through your pores into the subtle bodies, the etheric body just outside of the physical body, illuminated. And this light from within you pours out even further into the emotional body, illuminating the emotional body, bringing great harmony and balance in the emotions. This light expands into the mental body, bringing harmony, peace, integrity, alignment to the thoughts and the minds. This light expands even further into the causal body, where every experience we have had through every lifetime is stored. This light washes all that no longer serves and moves out even further into the spiritual body, where we are in the oneness of presence that we have always been. Take a full, deep breath in, and then exhale with power. Feel this light expanding even further. Feel the power of this light. And say to yourself, I am the original blueprint of peace. I am the original blueprint of perfect health and vitality. I am the original blueprint of joy and bliss. I am light. I am light. I am light. Be very still and allow this light to awaken in every fiber of your being. I'm aware of the space around you. Feel your body breathing naturally with ease. Bring your awareness to your feet and very slowly begin to move the toes. Slowly begin to move the fingers as well. And you sense the light behind your closed eyes. Take as much time as you need. You may wish to stay in this silence for longer. And whenever you're ready, slowly open the eyes and practice seeing the world through the eyes of light. Thank you. I love you. Mm. Stay in this space forever. Thank you. Anything you wish to share before we come to a completion today? How was that for you? What are you feeling inside? And of course, there's no right way to have an experience. Sometimes we practice a meditation like this and we just become aware of all the agitation and resistance. Sometimes we practice it and we go to profound places within our being. My invitation is that it's not about the initial experience. Don't get attached to the experience. Don't get attached to, oh, I'm so blissful, or oh, I'm in so much pain. Just let all of this go. It's just one more experience. Just keep giving yourself to whatever techniques or exercises you're choosing. Don't get hung up on the experience. It's okay. It's okay if there's contraction. It's okay if there's expansion. You just stay true to you, stay committed to you. And your decision to awaken or to be more free or whatever it is that your commitment, your dedication to yourself is. Sandy shared deep dive into the source. I felt that today, Sandy. Mm. Angela shared, I learned so much from you because you're so willing to share. And what a beautiful reminder for all of us, yes, that we can be that way. Jane shared, yes, that was powerful. I feel so much lighter. Wonderful, wonderful. Angela shared inspiring. Gary shared nice. Gary, my love, how are you feeling? And there's no right way. You may still be experiencing turmoil, and I would say that's okay. How can you be compassionate? How can you be kind with those feelings inside? Yes, we've been together for some time now, so you know all of the different ways that I've invited to meet that inner turmoil. How can we breathe into it? How can we look at that turmoil as some part of us that's asking for our loving care and attention? Sometimes the turmoil is also there because we're acting out of alignment with what we know we really need. We're making decisions that are going against what is really what will serve us best. Yes. So we can also have gentle inquiry. Am I living in alignment with my soul? Am I living in alignment with my deepest heart, not my emotional heart, not my human heart and all of its fickle patterns, but am I living in alignment with my deepest heart? And if not, where can I grow? Where can I shift so that I can take, it doesn't mean changing our whole lives right away. You know, some of us, for example, we're in a relationship or a job that isn't in alignment with our soul. It doesn't mean that we have to go quit everything and change our whole lives. It's okay to start with small steps. Whatever that small step is, take one small step and then another toward being in alignment with what you know is best for you. Um, Liz liked the reminder of seeing ourselves as light. Valerie shared, this made me realize how fast I've been moving. I need to slow it down. Lovely. Kimberly, great. That was absolutely incredible. Wonderful, love. I'm so glad you chose to join in today. Gary shared, it's been rough lately and I don't know why it is. I hear that, love. Sometimes we don't know. Yeah. Sometimes, oh, I really think I do know why. Okay. So, with whatever wisdom is arising for you, can you practice being kind with yourself as you become aware of that? You're powerful. You have it all right inside of you. Every answer you could ever want, it's all inside. Angela shares, I'm learning how my job will allow me the freedom to spend time doing things I enjoy. Lovely. I like that perspective. Anami shared, that was rather profound. I felt an incredible presence and energy surrounding me throughout the first half, and then my head started going numb and tingling. So did other parts of my body. I noticed myself attaching to the aforementioned presence and then began expressing gratitude for the presence and shifted into a very deep presence with myself and the light glistening, kissing, radiating throughout each aspect of my being. I very much enjoyed the emitting the light from our crowns upwards as opposed to the usual envisioning of it entering from above. Oh, beautiful, love. Beautiful. Ah, yes. So lovely. Thank you for bringing us into that experience. I'm just basking in it for a moment. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. And I will make this meditation available. And I invite you, friends, again, even if it's not something that um, you immediately had some experience, there's still benefit that's occurring. So I invite you to join me. Actually, I've been thinking about a couple of different experiments I'd like to try. And one of them is to practice this meditation every day for a minimum of 30 days to really see what shifts. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if you practice training your mind and wiring your brain in this type of a way every single day, how you might start to experience in regards to your emotions, the kinds of thoughts you would have, even the way your body would feel. Remember, your cells hear what you're saying, hear what you're thinking. So, this is where the power of the mind body connection can even assist in us being more healthy physically, not just mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And Gary's sharing, my kids all have recent health issues. Ah, yeah, that's a lot, love. I'm sorry to hear that. Mm, mm, Sending just the radiance of love and light to you and your family, Gary. And remember, no matter what emotional turmoil any of us experience, the light we are is still within us, and we can share that light with each other, whether that's a visualization of light. We're just intending that this light moves into another or blesses another or helps another feel more loved or held. Each of us are this light. Thanks, Gary. We will at some point. That would be great. And please let me know, you can reach out to me if there's any way I can be a support beyond the esoteric, yes, the energetic. Anami sharing, interestingly, my neck began hurting significantly worse toward the end. So sometimes what can happen, especially when these big movements of energy occurs, sometimes there are blocks in certain parts of the body. And so we'll have like a headache come on, or it can happen the other way also. Maybe we have a headache and it releases, or maybe we have aches in part of the body and they go away, or maybe again, the opposite will happen. We do this type of powerful work and we notice aches in certain parts of the body come on. And that is showing us where there are blockages energetically. So, Anami, if your neck is really hurting, this might be here. You might say to yourself, or just have some loving inquiry, where am I not expressing myself fully or honestly? Where am I not being honest with myself? Where am I not being in integrity with myself or others? Where am I not allowing myself to be fully expressed? Sometimes when we feel that pain come on, when the energy is trying to move through the neck, it's related to the throat chakra. So that might be something to explore there. Or any other wisdom that comes up for you when you have that kind of inquiry. You could just gently say to yourself, where where is energy not moving freely? Or where is there a block? And if you want to go even beyond that, you can say, thank you for showing me how I can move this energy with love. Thank you for showing me how I can move this energy with kindness. Thank you. Thank you all for your donations and your support. Sammy shared, I fell asleep, but I was really visualizing beautiful. And Gary is sharing that the kids are adults and only one lives at home. Yeah. That's beautiful, Anami. Anami shared, the pain started dissipating when I tuned into the questions you were posing. Lovely. We are energetic beings, yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this time. Thank you for allowing me to be with you, and thank you for being with me. We've gone quite a few minutes over, so we'll come to a completion now. As always, I have many recordings on the app. I have 2 different courses. One is on self love, and one is different yogic practices, meditation, breathing techniques that are rooted in yogic philosophy to serve. And we'll be together again, same time, same place next week. And we're back to our Vinyasa Yoga Asana sessions on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for you. I'm eternally grateful. Eternally. And I love you, love you, love you with all that I am. Just hold yourself for a moment. If you're just needing a hug right now, just hold yourself and just feel that. I love you. I love you. I love you. Forward to our next time together. And keep your eyes peeled. Ooh, what an expression. I just uploaded 2 peace affirmation meditations. One has music, one doesn't. They're the same meditation. And some more things are coming soon. So keep your eyes posted. Okay. See you soon.